Now, from the great state of Washington, EA Sports, so proud to welcome you to the Chambers Bay Golf Course for this edition of PGA Tour Golf. Rich Lerner pleased, as always, to be joined by Frank Nobilo up here in the tower. Frank, Chambers Bay's gone through some changes since it hosted the U.S. Open back in 2015. How do you size up just how the course plays now?
Definitely better. I remember when Jordan Spieth won there in 2015. It was so new to us all, but all the changes have been positive. And it's semi-links golf, so get out there, have a look around, let the ball bounce and roll a little bit. But there's some fun, really fun shots to be hit out there. Oh, this is straight at it.
It is a really good line.
Could have just done with a little bit more for breakfast. Just a little short. Maybe I'm being harsh. It's a good shot.
Just 6 feet left for the birdie. Yes, nicely done. It's in for birdie, and it's into red figures now at 1 under par. Ready to tee off here at the second. Frank, what's it all about?
Well, you hit your tee shot here through the dunes, Rich, not overly long, just under 400 yards. The bunker on the left really shouldn't be a problem. Just avoid the dunes on the right and left.
That one going to be in great shape. So following the birdie at 1, a solid drive here at the second.
Rich, I thought this was going to be a tough shot. Pin at the back of the green, but total disdain. Threw it all the way back there.
Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Oh, yes, he gauged that one perfectly. Another birdie here at 2, and a 2 under start to the round. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Ten-foot putt left. So no birdie at the third, but a good solid par to stay 2 under through 3. Frank, standing here on the 4th tee at Chambers Bay, you can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the 2 previous holes, this fairway slopes to the other direction, to the right.
Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway.
It's hard to get a putt this long on this green. That is a long way away. But now you really have to concentrate and try and 2-putt from here, because this is very much in the 3-putt zone.
Yeah, you see so many of these long putts like that come up short. It's just hard mentally to hit the ball much firmer. Tell you what, that is a sensational two-putt from where he was. Very well done there to save his par. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinch is in, though, with those bunkers left and right. And there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
Yes, it's 126 yards left to the flag. Pin in the middle, so it's a green light.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Frank, now at the 6th, this appears to be a testing par 4 long one.
It is, but once again, a generous fairway. Just use those mounds down the left as an indicator on your line. Hole bends a little bit to the right. Good tee shot, though, and everything is in front of you.
Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
Well, nothing wrong with that iron shot. It's a good one. Just a little short, a little right, but still a very good place to putt from.
6 feet now for birdie. Oh my, that singes the right edge, but doesn't go down. That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why. There's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. Need to be careful not to take much, if any, sand here. His second to this par 4. Nah, coming out of the bunker, just couldn't get enough club head on the ball and comes up well short.
Oh, I mean, the game's hard enough as it is.
Straightforward pitch shot here, 35 yards.
Yeah, it is a game of touch, and it is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
Nah, things going from bad to worse in short order here. That's one you'd like to have made. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
This is turning a little to his left. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. Okay, that's how you bounce back right there off the double at the previous hole. Frank, a chance to get it all back right here.
Yeah, that was great composure. Could easily be sort of like licking your chops, feeling down, but all of a sudden just to stand up and hit a shot like that, impressive.
How about the read there? Perfectly judged, as that is home for an eagle. Really good mix of holes here at Chambers Bay. And Frank, we finished this front side with a par 3 after just having come off that long par 5.
And it's a beauty too. The tee is some 100 feet up in the air, so you get a great view of this magnificent golf course, and you realize why it's called a true links. This green here, though, it looks rather daunting, well bunkered on the right side, but you can see enough of it. And once again, links, use the bounce, and you can still kick one in there close.
Oh, and that one nosedives right into the thick stuff. That could be problematic, to say the least. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second.
Well, Rich, it looked like he just took the normal club that he would have out of the fairway, but you've always got to take at least one less when it looks like a flyer light.
Little conversation, and you've had these before, Frank, between the player and the caddy right there. Maybe they should have gone down a club. I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you got to work.
Okay, drop shot, though. It is a bogey at the 9th, and that will mean it's an even par score of 35 on this front side. Frank, what's the player looking at on the 10th here at Chambers Bay?
Well, normally at a par 4, you're just thinking blaze away, but this is one of the few holes, really, I think you've got to be careful on what club you hit off the tee. It starts to narrow up. You really want to avoid those two short bunkers that come in around the 300-yard mark. And that really sets yourself up with a nice sort of wedge. That's really the right way to play it. You don't have to take the trouble on in front here.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
Now this, for birdie at 10.
Yeah, and there is a big break here from right to left, and we're going back up the slope, but just ever so slightly, so you have to prioritize that line.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Disappointment there. We'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Getting set to tee off at the 11th hole, long par 4, 537 yards. Frank, how do you play this hole, with a bazooka?
Yeah, try and take that June out of play, that's for sure, in the middle of the fairway. Bunkers down the left are more for scenic rather than they're not really problematic for the player off the tee. Just, as I said, hit it over that June, and then really there's a ridge in the middle of this green, so you've got to be on the right level. I like the look of that swing, and the shot was just as good.
While sitting on an upslope here, you got to be careful that you don't get this one straight up in the air from that lie. Pretty big left to righter here for birdie. Oh, that looked good the whole way. Very nicely done. That so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
Two, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, you might just putt for an eagle.
Oh, this is going to be way down there. What a shot, setting up for an eagle here. But you feel 10 feet tall if you can make eagle after that incredible tee shot. Oh yeah, what a putt there. A second eagle of the round, no less. He has been on his game so far. On to the 13th hole here at Chambers Bay. It's a par 4, and they call this one Eagle Up.
Yeah, dogleg to the right, beefy par 4. You hit it down to one of the widest fairways on the golf course. And then up in front, if you look at the middle of the green, you're going to see one bunker. Needless to say, that's got to be avoided.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. From a bit of a downslope here, his second to the par 4. A birdie opportunity here at 13.
And Rich, this is a green I am familiar with, and this putt is slower than most people realise. Slightly up that slope, little bit of movement from right to left.
Right, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Frank, now to the 14th hole, and this is the 5th consecutive par 4 here at Chambers Bay, and by this point the players will know whether they're on their game or off their game.
At 546 yards, this hole can be shortened considerably if you choose to take a brave line down the left side. You can chew off as much as 70 or 80 yards. But once again here, because the hole bends to the left, you've really got to know which direction that wind is coming from.
Yeah, that's the spot you want to put it. Now, watch this thing gather momentum down the slope. Well, that is going to be an excellent result.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
This one should cut pretty hard to his left. It's for birdie. Oh, yes, very impressive right there. That goes down for a birdie. Frank, normally on a golf course, you don't want to spend too much time in the trees, with the trees, around the trees, but part of me wants to go up and hug this tree because he's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich, I really do, but at 246 yards when they play this off the back tee at the US Open, believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make three.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
And that will work its way just off the green and set up a shot from the fringe. Very well done there. That should allow him to walk away with a bogey.
It looked pretty straightforward, but still, we've seen a few of those get away.
2 under on the deck. Now to the 16th hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is pretty short hole. What are the chances to come out of here with a birdie?
Well, you've just come off the short 15th. You can get on a little bit of a run here, providing you get in the fairway first. You're not going to have an overly long second shot here. But once again, this is a precision hole, a little bit like 15. This is a tabletop green, so you're going to have to be right on the money with that second shot.
Going to work this up that left-hand side.
After that bogey at the last and finding the rough here, it's going to be time to have a little tap on the cranium and get things in the right place.
You can't go wrong with finding the middle of the green. That's well done. He's hoping here to at least get this to tap-in range, but it is for birdie. Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done. That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Frank, you don't need just a caddy out here at Chambers Bay. Seems like you need a sports psychologist. You start thinking about the names of these holes. Beached at 16, and what's 17 called?
Derailed, and you can see why too. That green's perched up there. If you've got the round going in the wrong direction, this is not a hole to start on. So if you've got a run going, it's just a good tee shot that lands around the front there, and you just take a 3 here. This is not a time to be a hero.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now from a tight lie, this his second.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Disappointment there. I'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. it probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
That one up the right side.
While there's good bounces, there's bad bounces. That was a good one.
Now from way back, better than 300 yards, a second to the par 5.
That second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
From 4 feet for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt there. It's a birdie at 18. And that's going to be a round of 67. So, partner, as always, I enjoyed it. Watching golf, calling golf. Let's do it again soon.
We got the best seat in the house, Rich.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody.